So we're doing a modding video today. We're going to be showing you how to have the Phantom go in, drop off two ghosts, and then leave, and then just disappear. So I have the Phantom separately, because unfortunately I have to, and then, so where is it? Okay, so I have this way over here, right? Let's do this so you can see all three of them. Or not. Oh, that's weird. Okay, so I guess I have the gunners down there, but since it's all a part of the same thing, it will just spawn it in with it. So, Phantom, we have it named Phantom 1, the Covenant. None of this really matters because this is just going to disappear. This does matter, vehicle type, and then character type doesn't matter too much, but then this also matters, making sure that it's driver and it's a name you can reference in the script. And then you have the brute and the phantom. Then obviously he's a driver. Nothing else really changed there. This one, these guys don't actually spawn in because of the normal difficulty count being 1. But these guys are set to be the gunners, so they would be the two guys on the sides. So then this is the other important thing. Obviously we have the ghosts. The zone set is where they're going to be able to move, which unfortunately when people are in vehicles, they have to have a specific zone set for vehicles. So I have vehicle base. I don't actually know where I put the zone set for that. Maybe is this it? Or here, maybe if I do this. Okay, so in vehicle-based areas, areas 1 has to be selected for vehicle area. Otherwise, the people inside the ghosts just hop out of the ghosts the second they spawn. I don't know exactly why, but it's just kind of the way that they are. And then here I have the two ghosts, Ghost 1, Ghost 2. Again, obviously their driver, and apparently I don't have them both set for that, but again, it doesn't really matter because they're set up here to be ghosts. And then normal difficulty count 2 to make sure that they actually spawn in. Now these guys I have set to spawn in at the script. I have it set to spawn in once you enter the trigger volume. But first, we're going to focus on the script itself. So, we come into your app, the whatever you want to call it. Okay, so we go into the Halo 3 modding tools. We go into data, because this is going to be the scripts, not anything else. Levels. We're doing Zanzibar, so multi Zanzibar, and then scripts. And as you can see, I already have a few scripts here. These are actually from other tutorial videos, so that's kind of why those are there. But to give you an idea, we'll do it like this. So to create one, you would just kind of create a text document. We'll call this Phantom, and then it's got to be .hsc in order for it to actually work. And then it'll say, yeah, do you want to do it? It won't be usable. You actually can use it, so long as you have Notepad++. Open that up, and then it's kind of blank. So we're going to go into here to actually see, because I'm not going to actually use that. We're going to get rid of this so that it actually works, because this is something I attempted to put in here, but have no idea how to actually make it work yet. So, okay. So this, I honestly, if you can tell, Lake Bed B, Covenant Dropship, whatever, I learned and took this script from, what you call it? I took this from the campaign itself to actually find out how to do this. So, let's see. We'll start off with here. So we have it called script startup, which means that it starts up as soon as the game starts up. Call Phantom. That's just the name of the script that it's going to be called, whatever. So sleep until the parentheses and equals space. Volume test players. That pretty much means that when the when the trigger volume actually has a player go through it, and then this would be the name of the trigger volume. Once they actually have someone go through it and it's true, then it places the 3 squads, and then it runs this script. So this script right here is the start of actually dropping the things off. So fan's right here. Upper right is a different thing, but it's pretty much the same. So I originally had it set so they would spawn the things in here, but I honestly found out that it doesn't really work that way. I have to spawn them up here or have them already spawned in, because if they aren't, then this script is not actually gonna apply to what you're trying to apply to. Because if you see down here, oh, I didn't explain this yet. So CS run command script. That is pretty much calling this script, but it's applying it to Phantom 1, the squad, because we placed the squad up here. And then down here is one of the character names, driver 01. That's obviously the driver that I showed you earlier. And then we're going to name the script that we're trying to call onto that driver. So then we're calling this script onto the driver. This, I think, is more of a debug thing, but I'm not honestly certain. Then this is how you actually attach the ghosts to the Phantom. So load magic, get from starting location, where the Phantom's at, and again, where the Phantom's at. Phantom SCO1, I believe that is the one of the vehicle seat names, so to say. That is specifically for like vehicles and whatnot. So these are the 2 front sides. And then same thing here, get from starting location, and then we're going into the squad ghosts, and then we're going to get the first ghost here, and then here we just copy it and paste it pretty much, and then we change it to be the second ghost. And then CS run command script. Okay, so this one, command script, and then it runs it on the Phantom again, and then it runs this, which is pretty much going to be, it drops it off. I do not know why I put a sleep 100 there, but okay. So this is just it loading the actual people there. Then here it's going to actually go down. Not 100% certain what this is. Most of this is copied from the actual thing itself. The main important things is flyby, and then so I have Phantom Path / spawn. So if we go back into here and go to script data, Phantom Path, and then points. So I have them named. So spawn, I have it named. So it actually spawns over there, but it flies by spawn, and it flies by pretty quick. So you don't want it to be too far back or too far forward, because if it's too far back, then it'll clip through there and it'll just phase through everything. But if it's too far forward, it'll like drop them off way farther than where it's actually trying to go. Then the next one we have is obviously the drop off. You don't want this to be too low to the ground, because then the Phantom will literally be right on top of them. You want it to be decently placed above. And then these are kind of, the early exit is the ways of it just kind of lifts up into here, then it goes that direction, then it fully destroys itself once it gets to exit. And then let's go back to this. So vehicle boost false after, so it boosts in order to get through the spawn as it flies by. Then it turns the boost off after it goes past the spawn. Then it flies to the drop-off point. Not entirely certain what that is. I think it's just the like the speed or something. I'm not sure. Enable targeting. And then here is the other important thing, is it unloads, and then it AI vehicle get the current actor, which in this case, this script is being applied to the Phantom Driver 1. So it would take Phantom Driver 1 and it would unload both of these guys. Then it waits for about a second. Then it disables the targeting and it starts the script for leaving. Then for leaving, it It pretty much disables the pathfinding, so it doesn't try going wherever. Um, and then it pretty much says fly to the early exit, and then it flies by the other point. So it's going to the first point, so it flies up to there, and then it just kind of goes past the other one. And then once it flies to the exit, it destroys itself. And then it boosts after it gets past the flyby. And then that's that. And then now let's find out where, once you actually create the script and have all of this written or written in your own way, the most important things to do, two different things. You have to add mission script, and then you would have to actually select Phantom, and then you'd have to hit open, and then it would say added Phantom successfully. Then after you get all of that done, you can hit compile scripts. Down here it'll tell you I have a few issues with my scripts, but I believe they should be working nonetheless. Now, as far as the trigger volume that actually activates it, trigger volumes can be found under game data, and then the trigger volume I have is called push up. Now it's right over here. To create a trigger volume, you just do that. You right click anywhere, it'll create a new one, and then you just kind of look at the sides, and once they turn red, you can left click to drag and move it around and whatnot. And then obviously you can look into the center point of it eventually, and then you can move it around or whatever. But we're not going to use this because we already have one set up. So we have push up set up, and then it's got a significant distance. So once you go here, not only does it spawn the Phantom in, but it also spawns in this other squad for my mission over here. So this squad. So it spawns all those guys in, which can be somewhat taxing at times. But once you have the mission added in the script and you've compiled the script, then we're going to make sure game scripts are actually enabled. And then we're going to do a map reset. And then for the sake of it, I'm going to put it in big boy mode. And where's my controller? Okay. So long as this works out the way it should. And then tab to actually go into character mode. And then I have this script that automatically drops off these guys over here. I'm going to take a weapon from them. So these guys are kind of scripted to just follow me, and they have their own zone set so that they can follow me through there. I don't think they do very well with this door, though I should be able to... Okay, so as you can see, goes down, drops them off, then it goes up, and it leaves. Now we're going to retry that so I can actually show you map reset. So we're going to do this again, but this time we're going to actually, when I trigger the volume, I'm actually going to get out of character mode and actually go over there and show you guys what it looks like. Okay, let's do this. Okay. And then usually I have it set so that there's an enemy squad that shows up here, but I have that disabled for now. Now we're going to do... Okay, it still kind of clips through, which is kind of unfortunately unavoidable, but it drops them off, then it flies, and it goes. I had to set the point earlier on, otherwise it would crash into an invisible barrier, and then next thing you know, nothing would work. Because it would crash into this barrier, and it wouldn't actually get to the point it needed to get to, because you can't really move the geometry very easily. But that should be all. I believe I covered everything. As far as zone sets go, zone sets I can actually cover in another video to make it easier, because this video is already getting kind of long, but I believe I covered the important stuff. So ghosts have the initial zone. Phantom does not need a zone, And then that should be all of that. Alright, well, I hope you guys stuck through this video, and I know it's not like how most other people would create a tutorial video. I just kind of showed you the code that I have, but that is in what I would find better to be given the code and just see what the code is and have me explain it rather than type it out as if I didn't already plan to type it out. This makes it a lot easier to actually just see it and understand what could be going on. If it's not working for you, put a comment down below and I can try to answer any questions to the best of my knowledge. And I will try to make some more videos similar to this in the future as I continue to learn. Because I know there's not that many places of information out there for Halo 3 modding. So I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for tuning in.